Welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Amber,
Chris,
Ross,
and Brandy.
Today we are talking about the Fort Worth officer shooting.
Another one.
World?
I don't know
pissed.
what the hell is going on in Dallas-Fort Worth area.
All I know is...
We're not talking about Amber Geiger.
No.
Who did, in fact, get convicted of murder, which is awesome.
Still didn't get enough time.
No, hell
And
no.
she's probably going to get that reduced. So.
No, I'm sure.
She's already killed her main witness.
And she's appealing.
Allegedly, he got murdered by somebody else.
Yeah.
I should say
Did y'all
that.
see
He
that
accidentally shot himself in the back of the head
He was
twice.
buying drugs from people in Arkansas?
No.
Really?
No. Supposedly, the two people they arrested, they had come from Alexandria, Louisiana.
That's right.
To buy drugs from him.
Oh.
Now,
Sure.
you can't tell me they couldn't
can't find
find a
weed?
quarter bag in Alexandria, Louisiana.
Like, we like to get that imported shit.
Yeah, we like that high-class shit that's 10 hours away.
Yeah.
Lying sons of
So,
bitches.
yeah, like with Amber, she was a white police officer who killed a black man. This is a white male police officer who killed a black woman.
In her own home.
And I've read a couple of articles, and one said that a niece, I don't know if she was over at her uncle's house or what, because it was like 2:30 in the morning. She had called her uncle and said, "Your neighbor's door is open," which they knew was unusual. So he goes out, kind of looks out there, sees it's open, peeks inside, all the lights in the house are on, doesn't see anybody moving around, so he's like, "I'm not going to go in, but I'm going to go in my house, call the police."
Which is totally
He
reasonable.
called non-emergency number asking for a welfare check.
And it was specified he wanted a welfare check. He did not call in a crime.
No.
He didn't swat her.
No.
He was
He
worried
just said,
that somebody'd hurt her.
I'm worried about my neighbor. Her door's open. This isn't normal for her. The cop comes. Not only
it was cops.
cops, but the one
Yeah.
I'm talking about that shot the gun. They parked around the corner. First of all,
Which is weird.
Well, they're going to
there's
sneak
just
up
so
on
much weird stuff. I watched the video footage from body cam. He goes up to the door that's open. I couldn't tell if there's a front door, like a
They
carport
said
door.
both doors
I
were
haven't
open.
seen any video of
So it could have been... Because
to me, it kind of looked like a carport door, like on the side. I
the
wasn't
account
sure.
I read said that he and another officer, because there was a group, they had gone around back, so that makes sense. That it would have been...
Well, yeah, there was two officers. So they'd gone around to the door that was open, like the main door was open. You could see the lights on in the house. He never said a word. Neither officer ever said a word. They kind of look inside.
They should have announced
They have to
themselves
announce
as
their
soon as they got on the property.
Then they leave that door, go around the corner of the house, open a gate to the fence, go into the backyard. They still haven't said anything. They haven't announced themselves. All of a sudden, he sees movement in a window and says, "Freeze, let me see your hands," something along that
and then
line.
immediately shoots.
Between the... Seeing her, the freeze, show me your hands,
There
and the
wasn't
shot
even
was
enough time.
4 seconds.
Oh, it didn't seem like it was that long.
I watched the video. It did not seem like it was that long.
Okay,
because
let me
he
put it this
said-
way.
he
That's
said-
their story,
well,
is it
that's-
was within 4 seconds.
Yeah,
I don't think
it
there
was
was enough-
within 4 seconds.
I don't
You're
think
damn
there
right.
was enough time to turn around and be like, "Who said that?"
No,
It was so
because
fast.
according to the body cam
And then
footage, he said, "Show me your hands." Pop, pop, pop. Or no, one pop, I guess.
Yeah, it was just
show
one
me your
shot.
hands.
Shot her
Pop.
right in the head.
Yeah.
And then
he
the neighbor
already had
said-
his gun drawn and aimed.
And then the neighbor said he saw a group of at least 10 officers run into the house after he heard a loud noise. Why were there that many cops on a welfare check?
Yeah, no shit.
They were bored that night,
I saw
It's just fishy.
I read an interview with the neighbor that called, and he was
Fort
like,
Worth, they should have plenty to do.
"Yeah, they should have plenty to do." He was like, "I feel so guilty." He's like,
I feel so bad for him.
"Oh my God!" He's like, I thought I was protecting her,
Right.
and now,
Yeah, he always said, they always tell you, if you see something, say something.
and that's what I
Well-
did, and now she's dead. And he just kept saying, I wish I'd never. And I thought, God, that makes me sick for him, because he seemed like he's an older man. He seemed like a kind man, and it seemed like
Because he had lived in that neighborhood since he was a kid.
That's what I was trying to get at, like a real neighborhood. They knew each other, and just.
He also said, "I know that our neighborhood has a bad reputation, so I can understand the cop going with a partner
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's
But-
a partner is totally reasonable.
As many, and I don't know if
5
it was
units?
10, but he said a lot of officers.
Yeah.
I don't understand why there were that many officers there.
Well, all I know is if you're, and I understand. Look, I understand. I would be afraid if I thought somebody was going to pull a gun on me. But the thing is, like,
Yeah, but they got called for a welfare check. They knew someone was there.
A
Yeah,
welfare check,
they
not
didn't-
not a crime.
yeah,
not
exactly.
a burglary in progress.
The guy didn't call and say, "Hey, I think something bad's happening." He said,
I
"Hey,
hear
could y'all come
shots,
over
or
here and
there's
check
a
on
burglar,
her?"
It's
Yeah.
a welfare check.
Yeah.
It wasn't
on the
even like
person.
there's a domestic in progress there.
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, if you're so afraid that you can't think in those situations, because let's face it, those situations are your job.
Those situations are incredibly stressful.
Absolutely.
Not everybody's cut out to be a cop.
That's exactly that. But I mean, when you are afraid, if you lose all ability to reason, then you don't need to be licensed and carrying a gun. And
He's been
a
with that
badge.
department for over a year.
Well, he's going to be he needs to lose his fucking job. I don't know that he needs to go to jail,
I don't.
But
I'd have to hear more about.
but I know that he doesn't need to be
He does not need to have a badge.
because number one, if I'm in my house and some random motherfucker yells, "Put your hands up," I'm going to try to shoot them too.
Well, that's just
he
it.
didn't identify himself
She
as a
had
police.
no way of knowing that wasn't somebody there to hurt her. She
Exactly.
and didn't have time to reason it through before
It-
she was shot.
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you honestly,
He didn't have time to reason
stuff
anything
like
either.
stuff like this happens all the damn time. There was a situation in North Little Rock several years back where a guy, and he wasn't an angel by any means. I mean, you know, he had some priors for different things, but nothing, you know,
It wasn't, like,
outrageous.
violent.
Yeah, it wasn't violent. No violent crimes. And for some reason, they obtained a search warrant, and it was for drugs. And if I remember right, the search warrant wound up being termed invalid after the
wow.
fact. They didn't kill him, but it's like 2:00 in the morning. He's asleep in bed. Now, he lives in a so-so area.
Right.
So apparently he had a gun on
Right.
his nightstand.
Which is reasonable.
I mean,
if
They
You have-
blow,
you know-
they
Yeah, I have a
blow
gun on
the
my
front
nightstand.
door in,
Jesus.
and at the same time,
They're lucky that he didn't come out shooting.
he did.
Oh, well, that's,
Well, and I mean,
And at
that's
the same
totally
time,
reasonable.
They come through the window, bust the window, come through the window in his bedroom. So hell yeah, he pulls up and pulls
Well,
the gun, and
I
they
would too.
they
Yeah.
shoot him. They didn't kill him, but they shoot him.
See,
It's like no warning, no nothing. They just blew the door open.
see, in that situation, you don't give a motherfucker a chance to fucking.
Well, if you do, you're dead.
No. Well, yeah, that's a lose-lose situation because as a police officer, I'm not going to give him a chance to pull a gun on me. As a civilian, they didn't give him an opportunity to comply.
Yeah.
To know that they were cops.
It was
Yeah.
the same with her because they said they found a gun. I don't know if it was in the same room with her.
Yeah,
They
they
didn't
Well, of
say.
course they found a gun.
Yeah.
Hello.
But you know what? If I'm
It's probably an
home-
ankle gun.
Yeah, but it's her house.
if I'm
Right.
if I'm home and it's in the middle, in the
And I hear
morning,
noises.
and there's somebody sneaking around my house, hell yeah, I'm
well,
gonna have a gun.
Sneaking hell. I mean, they bust down the door, or like him jumping in there and freeze.
I mean, that's
I got
what.
news for you. It's not going to take me long to get a hold of a gun, and I'm going to open fire.
But that's what a reasonable person would do.
So why
you
do
would
y'all-
feel in danger, and you would take steps to correct?
all of that
So
could
why
have been
do y'all-
avoided if those cops would have announced themselves like they were supposed to.
All this could have been avoided.
Yeah, the neighbor said, I don't understand the police officer's response because he didn't announce himself, he didn't knock on the door.
See, that's
nothing.
bullshit.
They were so freaked out and keyed up, and
But,
So
but
why
I
do
mean,
y'all
that-
think
that
he
should
should
have
go
been-
to jail?
Why do we think he should not go to jail?
Isn't that what y'all said?
no, I said
No.
I have to have more information before I know. I need to know more about.
I said I don't know that he should go to jail.
well, I don't think they need to go. Oops, sorry.
no.
no.
I think something needs to happen.
At a very minimum, he needs to lose his job.
Yeah.
Period.
But
I agree.
I don't think that. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to hear more.
I mean,
before
I think
could
it's
say.
just as bad as the Amber Geiger case because, I mean, The woman was in her. He shot her through the window, a closed window.
I mean,
he
never even made it in the house.
No, he was outside.
He shot her. He was outside around the back of the house.
It
shot her through the window.
She was trying to see what the noise was and was like, "What the?" And
I got news for you. If you were sitting right here in your home, I don't care who it was in the backyard, and you're inside. Mm-hmm. Even if they were planning on burglarizing your house, if you shot through the window and killed them outside, your ass would be going to jail.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And that's the problem.
Well, not necessarily.
Oh, I bet so.
No,
I bet you would.
We talked about this with the Lonoke County prosecutor.
Yeah,
they hadn't even entered the
I
home.
know what he said, but everything else I've heard said they have to be inside the house.
Well, what he said
Yeah.
was. This was in the concealed carry course. He came and he said, "Here's the situation. You're on your deck at night. There's someone at the back of your property. You see them. You're armed, and they have like a stick or something. Can you shoot them? Well, no. What if they start coming towards you? No. What if you tell them, hey, you need to leave. I'm armed." And they keep coming.
Okay.
Well, then you start getting iffy.
If they don't have a weapon.
But Chris,
they have a weapon.
But here's the
You said
difference.
stick.
A big stick.
You
That's
can go
a fucking
inside.
weapon. Well, that's what he said. He said, okay, so now you go inside. You've yelled at them, hey, you need to stop. You need to leave. All of this. And they kick the door open, but they just stand there. And my response was, light them up. Apparently, that's not the right terminology.
Okay, but here's the difference. Here's the difference. Just like the officer didn't announce himself, shot through a window and killed this lady. The situation I just said, if you were in the bedroom and you heard something and saw somebody outside and you just pulled up and fired through the window,
you absolutely can't do that.
You're going to prison.
Yep, because that is murder.
And
so
he should go to prison
essentially, that's what this officer did.
That's exactly what he
in
did.
reverse.
Well, that's exactly what he did. Here are the facts. He came onto her property unannounced.
Yep.
He yelled at her unannounced.
Yeah.
Just yelled at her to put her hands up, and then immediately shot her in the head.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's not murder.
I don't either. And now it may not be first degree murder.
No, it's not first degree, but it is certainly
Because,
minimum manslaughter.
Yeah.
It's not. It's hardly any different than what Amber Geiger did.
Yeah, exactly.
Except he was on duty.
That's
ridiculous. Not a good shot. That's not a good shooting.
And I mean, I get it. I wouldn't want to be a police officer
hell no.
with the attitudes and everything else that are out there.
No.
But
that's their job, and they know it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean,
some of the way they do things. I can tell you this. Another thing, when they go to serve these warrants for like drugs, etc.
all bullshit. No.
They do it 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning because they know you're going to be sound asleep.
They hope you're going to be sound asleep.
B, they come in there with 15, 20 people
Jesus Christ.
loaded down.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
okay.
bust in there.
Yeah, but
Yes.
if you're serving a warrant and you're expecting a violent encounter, I can totally see that. This was a fucking welfare check.
Yeah.
You know, there should have been. He shouldn't have even had his hand on his weapon.
No.
You know, okay, hand on the weapon, maybe.
Or had his taser,
certainly
or
not.
had his
Locked
taser
and
out.
loaded.
Yeah,
and
well, they carry him locked and loaded.
Yeah, and,
but from the time he said, "Show me your hands," or "Put your hands up," or whatever the fuck he said, until the time he shot was a second, maybe two. He didn't have enough time to see what the fuck she was doing, and I guarantee you, he had his gun already out.
Well,
Because that seemed when I heard it, I was like, man, that's not enough time to draw your weapon, take aim. And because you're not going to accidentally shoot someone in the head through a fucking window, you've got to aim for that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he killed her with one shot.
Yeah,
it's just very, very sad.
That's shady as hell, and they need to do some serious investigation.
I'm wondering if, like you said, she had gone and looked at the window and was like right there, because for him to just like, kind of blindly shoot. If she was like further in the room, I don't think he would.
No, he wouldn't.
And probably, she
Tagged
may
her
have
like
heard something, and and probably scared him.
He was scared of her.
He was on her property.
Oh, I know.
She was not doing anything
I know.
wrong. And you know what? Someone may hear.
How is the department trying to justify it? Because they are.
They aren't.
I don't know, but people may hear this and think, "Oh, well, they just fucking hate cops." That's absolutely
I
not
don't
the
hate
case.
cops.
No,
That's
I don't.
absolutely not the
Not
case.
at all.
I totally
you know.
support law enforcement if they're going by the rules,
Yeah.
and if they're not, fuck them. Just
Well,
like
I mean,
fuck
But I
everybody
do
else.
believe when you carry a badge and a gun, you're held to a higher standard.
higher standard.
Especially when people's lives are in your
Well,
hands.
and I'll say this: don't get me wrong. I work with police officers every day. I don't have a problem with police officers, but some of this stuff is just getting ridiculous. And as far as don't like police officers or don't agree with